Happy Friday! What's going on, y'all? It's Nick here with Shalicia, and we're with F.O.F, Financial Culture LLC, and we're here today to talk about what else? Money. Hope you all having a great day today. Listen, if you are new to this channel, we greatly appreciate you going ahead and hit that subscribe button. On this channel, we talk about God, we talk about money, we talk about relationships, we talk about marriage, and how they really all intertwine together, all right? So we hope that you all take something out of this, okay? So for the topic today, honey, what's the topic for today?
The topic for today is self-love.
Self-love. All right, so you all stay tuned. We're going to talk about self-love. Honey, so you talked about self-love. It's something that I know is important to you, so I'm going to let you go ahead and kick this thing off. What is it about self-love? What do you have to say about it? How does it incorporate with finances and all that other good stuff? So self-love, my love, what is it?
Oh, my goodness. Well, today I had just been thinking about loving your neighbor as yourself, and in order to do that you have to love yourself. And so for that reason, I'm just like, man, how many people really love themselves genuinely, not arrogantly, not like I think you've said before, pride. I mean, just genuinely have a love, like a care for your own self. You know, I know we can tend to put people and other things ahead of us all the time, and I'm not saying that's wrong, and you know, in certain instances, but you can't forget about yourself, because how can you pour when you're like half empty, you know? And I think life can sometimes do that to us. And in relation to finances, I had thought, like, you know, how do we love ourselves enough to do better in life, to do better financially in life? Like, you know, to stop do I love myself not to go and buy these things, you know, that could potentially be detrimental to my finances? You know, I think that's something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, I think you make a good point there, honey, when it comes to self-love. And I always think about, you know, when you are in the airplane and you're getting ready to take off, they do the safety precautions or whatever. And so if the cabin pressure changes, they said those masks are drop down. They always tell you put your mask on first, and then you help somebody else, right? You don't help somebody else first and then try and put your mask on. And I think you hit the nail on the head as far as when it comes to your financial situation. It's very, very difficult to make good financial decisions when you don't love yourself. The reason being is because financial decisions are based on you. They're based on me, right? They're based on you, honey. Like, they're based on what's in our hearts. They're not based on, okay, if I got enough, I'm going to do this. Or if I don't have enough, I'm going to do that. To a certain degree, yes, but if you're somebody who gives and you get a lot of money, you're just going to be a big time giver, right? If you're somebody who's really stingy and you get a lot of money, you're just going to be more stingy. You probably use your money to help you to be more stingy, if you feel what I'm saying. But it's all about your character. It's about your integrity. And so I think something that we don't think about enough is that when we having issues with ourselves, whether it's depression, whether it's not loving ourselves, you know, whether it's, you know, these deep anger, these things that really cause problems, those will show up in our money, right? So whether you get a gambling habit, whether you get something that starts to come up, it's because of really what's in your heart, and you're just flowing your money to those directions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I get that. And let's just think about it. What is real, like, having self-love and making good decisions with money? What does that look like? I mean, you can comment below. What do y'all think that looks like, having self-love and just making a good, sound financial decision? How would you tell somebody else, you know, would you tell somebody else to go live it up, YOLO? You know, would you do that? Or, you know, why can't you tell yourself, no, I better not do that?
I mean, I think you got to find, number one is you got to understand who you are. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand who you are. And I think that goes back to self-love, is when you start to understand who you are, hopefully you'll see those blind spots. Yeah. And when you see those blind spots, it helps you to make better decisions. Because for some of us, we do need to live it up a little bit more. You know, we do need to spend a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for others of us, though, we probably need to ease up on spending. You know what I'm saying? We probably need to ease up, think about our future a little bit more, think about our children, think about the legacy, whatever that we're trying to do, what we want to pass down to them. And so I think that it's not just this one size fits all, or just say, all right, just do this and everything will be right. I think it takes some reflection.
Self-reflection.
There you go.
My
Some
favorite.
self-reflection, and some self-reflection will help you with that self-love. And again, we're talking about habits here, and we're talking about a core of a person in this. So it's a little bit deeper than a lot of the videos that we do. And so when you start to get into the core of a person, when you start to get into why are you making that financial decision,
you might uncover some layers, y'all.
right? When you start to think about what motivated you to do that, I just want to impress people, or oh, I didn't want to do that because I'm scared somebody will say something to me about it, even though you really liked it. Right? So we have to start really looking at, man, what is guiding my financial decisions? And I believe it's somewhere in the heart.
Yeah.
I believe it's really somewhere in the heart. And when you're not loving yourself, you'll see those financial decisions, they probably will not be the best ones because they're not motivated on the right thing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. And then also just in that, making decisions and even bouncing ideas off of each other, off of one another, as far as self-love goes. Your opinion matters. You know, you don't have to always take somebody's financial advice. I mean, you know, we're here. He's coaching,
but you don't have to listen to nothing that we say. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
the
don't.
truth.
That's the truth. Yeah.
You know, you have to love yourself enough to know, like, hey, I'm not gonna take that advice. I may take some of it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can sometimes you can feel obligated to, no, I better do it because they said this. And some people don't struggle with that. I'm one of those who may struggle, and that's just being honest. But
who may struggle.
I mean,
I think the overall.
You know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say, but I think the overall thing is that you have to love yourself enough to realize that you are responsible for yourself,
right?
And that you are the one who God has given who's put in place to steward over the finances that you have, whether it's a lot or a little. All that's relative. So how you're handling that really ties a lot to the way you feel about yourself.
Right. And you matter. You're important. I just have to throw that out there. Everybody, I feel you matter.
I agree.
You matter, okay?
So I think that a good way to develop those good financial habits is to have the right motivation of them. And I think that motivation starts from self-love, all right? We're not saying don't help others. We're not saying don't love others. But it becomes very difficult to love someone else when you can't even love yourself, all right? So we hope that you all took something from this video. We hope that you all decide to love yourself and decide to make decisions on strong motivation and on that self-love. Not pride, not arrogance, but authentic and real self-love, all right? So with that, happy Friday!